Welcome to Review Rewind, the show where a couple of friends watch movies of old and aim to figure out if the reviewers were spot on or a little off. I'm Mike.
And I'm Tristan.
And this week, we're talking about Double Dragon.
Double Dragon.
I don't know
Ouch.
if there was... I'm sure there was a theme in the video game, but I just can't remember if there was or not now. Nope.
Who knows?
Who knows? Someone does. Anyway. How you doing, Tristan?
I'm doing okay. Had a busy week, and I think similar to what we've been talking about is we're almost out of the busyness.
Oh man.
But we're right in the middle of it.
I see that light at the end of the the tunnel, and I keep tripping, and I hate it. Alrighty. This movie, directed by James Yukich, which I did not check ahead of time.
Yukich?
What it?
Yukich?
Yukich? I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's see. He's been working for a while. I think he did TV a lot more. Yeah. A lot of TV stuff before music videos. I think this may have been his first go around about doing a movie. And no notes.
No notes.
I actually think this may have been his... Am I reading this right? Is this his only movie?
I'm looking through, and I'm seeing a lot of music videos.
Yeah.
There's some TV movies.
And a lot of stand-up. He directed a lot of stand-up. He did the Cheetah... What?
Muppets music video.
Oh. He did the Cheetah Girls music video.
How did this guy get a movie?
I don't know. I can see why he only got one.
He worked a lot with Phil Collins.
Hey, Phil Collins. You know Phil Collins?
Not personally, but...
Oh, okay. Anyway, back to it. Screenplay, Michael Davis, Peter Gould. Interesting thing, Peter Gould went on to work on Breaking Bad and was a showrunner for Better Call Saul.
Sal?
Sal? Isn't it Sal? Saul? I don't know, man. I
don't know why I'm so offended. I've never watched the show.
You're an asshole. I don't know. Story. Here's the thing that got me. Story by Paul Dini. Do you know who Paul Dini is?
Paul Dini. I'll tell you in a second. He was a writer for a lot of DC animated cartoons.
Hell yeah.
And Lost.
But he did a lot of Batman animated series, and he is the co-creator of the character of Harley Quinn.
Yeah. He
also wrote most of the story script, I believe. I don't know if most is the right, but of the Batman Arkham games.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those are good.
So he's like a legit writer in those instances. I don't know how much of this story stayed true to whatever he wrote. But I like Paul Dini. Neal Shusterman. I did not look him up. Neal Shusterman.
I just stumbled across the craziest thing.
Oh boy.
What
did you stumble upon?
If you go back into Paul Dini's early stuff, In 1982, he wrote an episode for a show that had, trying to see how many episodes it had 13 episodes, called Gilligan's Planet. It was an animated cartoon based off of Gilligan's Island, where the same people somehow get lost in space.
What?
I don't know. It had the same actors to do the voices.
Wow.
I didn't know this was a thing. This is crazy.
Oh my gosh. I am blown away.
Yeah. I like how this thing says the complete series, and it was like, it was one season.
Hey, it's not wrong. Oh my gosh. Danger, Professor Hinckley. Danger. Oh my gosh. It did have everyone.
Yeah.
What a random thing.
A crazy time. The 80s?
Not
a crazy
just
time for animated.
Not just the 80s, but Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
I said that kind of weird.
Barbera.
Because I guarantee, was it produced by?
I don't know. We've gotten so off track with this.
That's crazy, though. Anyway, based on Double Dragon by Technōs Japan, produced by Sunil, Shah, Ash Shah, Alan Schechter, Jane Hamsher, Don Murphy. I was definitely going to say hamster. Production Co. Greenleaf Productions and Imperial Entertainment. It was rated PG-13. It is just says Sci-Fi. Original language English. Oh
Lord! Wow.
I just tripped seeing the light. November 4th, 1994. Starring Robert Patrick, Mark Dacascos. Dacascos. Scott Wolf, that's easier. Julian Nickson and Alyssa Milano. Had a budget of almost $8 million.
Almost. Estimated.
It grossed almost almost $2.5 million.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it some credit in the U.S. And it grossed worldwide. I don't think it released worldwide. So
no.
I will say, opening weekend, it had a good turnout, all things considered.
Yeah, I mean, it earned over half of its total.
Yeah, I mean, like $1 million in the 90s for a really low budget film is a pretty decent turnout.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. And now we transition to a segment we like to call the Recap Rewind, where we rewind and recap the movie for you, our friends. And this week, it is my honor. No, wait. I said that in the wrong order. I was going to say my duty, and then, no, my honor. And then I was going to laugh because I said duty.
Now you've said duty multiple times.
Hey, I'm here for it. In the far-off future of 2007, the world has been ravished by earthquakes, destroying most of the cities to fires, floods, and power outages. Los Angeles is now New Angeles. By day, people try to rebuild society. By night, gangs roam the streets freely. A white guy who has Japanese culture jealousy and aims to live his life appropriating Japanese culture works to find two halves of a magical medallion with the power over spirit and body. Destroying a village somewhere in Asia, he finds one half. That leads us back to New Angeles, where we meet the Lee brothers. Side note, this story is really all over the place with culture. Like, I believe they said it's a Japanese legend, but the main protagonists are Lee, which nailed it for the white guy. But Lee is common in Korea. So that's kind of anyway, I digress. I'm not an expert on Asian culture, but I am an expert at recapping 90s shit flicks. So let's move on. Jimmy Lee, Mark Dacascos, is the smart and disciplined leader. And Billy Lee, Scott Wolf, is the reckless, hot-headed party dude. They basically smashed the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles into two characters. We see them fighting and being coached by Satori, Julian Nickson. They lose the fight when Billy gets overly cocky and reckless and gets them disqualified. They leave the venue past curfew, and on their way home, they get attacked by a gang led by the vicious and large Boa Bobo. Alan Stewart. Nils? N-I-L-S. Nils. All right. Nils Alan Stewart. With the help of a group called the Power Farts or something, I don't know. They are able to get away. Jimmy has an issue with the leader, Marion Delario, Alyssa Milano, who also is the daughter of the police chief. They say some witty teenage lines to each other, and they go their separate ways. Typical 90s. During the scuffle, they almost lost the medallion that Satori has. She then explains the history of it, and that it is one half of the Double Dragon medallion. And the Lee boy's father asked her to protect it and keep it from the evil Kogo Shuko, Robert Patrick. What she doesn't know is that Shuko already has the other medallion and is on his way to take it from Satori. Shuko shows up at the door and a fight ensues. Classic 90s poorly choreographed fights happen, and we see that Shuko has the ability to mutate people because he turned a Bobo into a giant flesh mushroom. And no, I don't mean what you think, you dirty-minded sicko. Long story short, Shuko knows how to activate the medallion, which makes him a ghost, and by way of stealing Satori's body, he blows up the house with Satori in it. The boys are now on their way... Oh, crap. The boys are now on their own to keep the medallion away from Shuko. As the boys try to plan it all out, Shuko takes control of all the gangs and has them go out during the day to look for the Lee brothers. A Bobo is found alive in the rubble of the explosion, and very quickly, the boys are attacked by just everyone. They are able to escape by way of a boat on a very flammable and dangerous LA River, which is a flooded Hollywood. So not much different than today. Zing!
Ooh.
After a failed maneuver, the boat blows up, but the boys have abandoned ship, making Shuko's men believe that they have died. Meanwhile, Marion is trying to get answers from a Bobo, but he's just dumb, and it's so funny because he's such a stupid son of a bitch. With the element of surprise on their side, the boys go to the power turds and ask for help. Marion agrees, and they infiltrate Shuko's office. In the air ducts, they notice the other half of the medallion. They also notice that Marion's father is the one that Shuko is meeting with. They get found out because, of course they do, because they're stupid teenagers, and they concocted a plan that only Wile E. Coyote would find an effective way of retrieving the medallion. In the chaos of it all, Jimmy is captured. Billy tries to figure out how to make the medallion work. There's really cheesy love song playing in the background while Marion tries to motivate him. At the power turd base, what I like to call the toilet, gets attacked by gangs and a big fight breaks out. Jimmy comes to help Billy, but oh no, it's Shuko in Jimmy's body. After several attempts to activate the medallion, Billy proclaims he does not need the medallion and he throws it. But the medallion, realizing that it truly loves Billy, flies back to him and they kiss. I mean, it activates, giving him super strength. He's able to get Shuko out of Jimmy's body, but drops the medallion in the process. Shuko gets both pieces and combines them to become the Shadow Demon. But the boys are able to hold their own by fighting together as brothers, and they defeat Shuko. More classic 90s catchphrases, and Shuko is arrested. The ending is a bunch of jokes that don't make any sense, and everyone lives happily ever after. The end.
I don't know if it's the ending that is a bunch of jokes that don't make sense. I would say it's the whole movie that's a bunch of jokes that don't make sense.
But there is clearly a plot point that doesn't make sense that is achieved in the jokes because at the end of the film, a Bobo, hey guys, he like comes, he's like, I don't want to fight anymore, I want to be friends. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, yeah, sure. And Jimmy tells Marion, no, you idiot, that is Billy. But we've already come to the conclusion that Billy has the body medallion and Jimmy has the spirit medallion. So Jimmy is the poltergeist. Jimmy is the one who can embody people. And so why is Jimmy the one making the joke?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Right out of the bat, that doesn't make any sense.
Unless them combining the medallion gives them both the powers, but we don't see that happen.
No. That's not how it works. I disagree that conclusion can be possible. This world has not built that. So no. Disagree. Anyway, what'd you think of the movie? Oh, wait. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. What'd you think of the movie?
I think that this movie had no idea who its actual audience was.
It did not.
It did not.
This is the first time that I think we've watched movies that had good concepts, but maybe did not do as good a job as they could have done.
Mm-hmm.
So, it loses points for that, whatever it might be. I think this is the first time where objectively, conceptually, this is a great story. Like this story could be really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And they just failed in every capacity to achieve the end goal, to tell that story. They fail in every aspect. And it's wild how bad they failed.
What's crazy is how much of a video game influenced movie it is. You can tell that it's like, oh, the video game is just a side scroller fighting game.
Right.
And so every other scene in this movie, somebody's kicking somebody. So that makes sense. However, how did they somehow capture that and also make a movie that is almost not related to the video game whatsoever? I think they pulled a Super Mario Brothers with this one.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Oh, okay. So apparently video games do not have the same kind of Wikipedia structure as like movies.
That give you the like, here's the synopsis of
Plot. Here we go. Yes. Okay. So, because admittedly, it's been a long time since I've played the game.
Mm-hmm.
So Double Dragon is a 1987 beat-em-up scrolling fighting game developed by Technōs Japan and distributed in North America and Europe by Tapatio Corporation. No, it's Taito Corporation. The game is a spiritual and technological successor to Technōs and creator Yoshisha. Oh, apparently I can't read Japanese name. Kishimoto's earlier beat 'em up game. Oh, fuck. Neketsu Koha Q-kun, released outside Japan as I should have just read that. Renegades. It's called Renegades. But introduced several additions to the two-player cooperative gameplay. Does not actually tell me what the plot is.
There's not a plot.
No. What's the arcade? Oh, okay. Here we go. The arcade version. The player takes control of martial artist Billy Lee and his twin brother, Jimmy, also known as Hammer and Spike. Oh, that would have been cool. Respectively in the supplementary material for the American arcade release. As they fight their way into the turf of the Black Warriors gang in order to rescue their common love interest, Marion. It's fair. Glad they kind of skipped out on that. The player's character has a repertoire of martial arts techniques which they can perform by using the joysticks, 3 action buttons, blah, 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 blah. I don't care about that. Oh, there is a small variety of enemies that a player will face through the course of the game. Certain enemies will carry melee. Oh, that's still like gameplay stuff. I want to know the plot!
There's six members, their gang leader, blah blah blah. The thing that I read basically says they fight this gang to rescue Marion, who, the thing that I'm reading is slightly different than yours. In this one it says it's Billy's girlfriend, but it's a love interest for both of them. They fight through the gang, they beat all the bosses, and I read,
and then they have a threesome.
No,
because that would be weird.
What I read is that the brothers fight to the death to who wins Marion's love.
What? Okay, maybe it's good that they kept that plot out of it completely. Yeah. That would have been a weird turn, man.
I feel like we should double check that that's what actually happens.
No, that's what happens. I'm going to accept that. That is my understanding of everything Double Dragon.
The game normally ends if the boss is defeated by a single player. But if both Lee brothers manage to complete the game together, they will be forced to fight each other in order to determine who will win Marion's affections. Okay. So yeah, I guess if you're playing 2-player.
Yeah.
Only one can win.
I'm just going to jump to, in 2023, they had a Double Dragon game, and this is the plot. In 1990-something, a post-apocalyptic New York City is controlled by 4 powerful gangs. When the Lee brothers' friend Marion is injured during a gang conflict, the newly elected mayor arrives to their dojo and enlists their help of Billy, Jimmy, Marion, and Uncle Maiden. Matin. How? Matin?
Matin?
I've never heard that. Mm-hmm. To fight back against the gangs one by one. After defeating the leaders of all 4 gangs, the mayor asks Billy and Jimmy to become his enforcers in retaking the city. If the player accepts, the game ends. If the player refuses, the mayor reveals himself to be the mysterious warrior from the Double Dragon 2, The Revenge, leading to the final level and an alternate ending. I like that it's the final level and it's like, hey, Cap. It's like, if you're the cop, you're done. That's it. You've won. Anyway, I know we've gone a long way. I'm trying to figure out where where this plot comes from. Like, the game comes from Japan, so
yeah,
it's fair to assume that some of the mythology of the game comes from a Japanese background. This movie does a really good job of making you go, I don't know where this is from.
Yeah.
None of this, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
the idea of Koga Shuko, like, was he a white dude? Was he
because his name was like
T3000 or whatever
Gleason
he was,
or whatever.
Yeah, Geeson, wasn't it Geeson?
No, it was a very white name.
Gleason.
But yeah, it's weird. Like, are there even medallions in the video game or the brothers?
I think there is. When do the medallions enter the game? Double Dragon. It'd be funny if it's like, never. Oh, shoot.
Never.
The medallions representing the Double Dragons and its power are introduced in the Double Dragons movie, not the video game, and are crucial to the plot. Wow.
So, I mean, when you have a video game that's literally like your two brothers who are fighting through a crowd, like back then, video games did not have much plot usually.
Yeah, it wasn't like a deep plot.
So, like, I don't blame them for trying to add, but like, it wasn't a future apocalyptic world.
This is why it's also very weird. So it was created in China thousands of years ago to battle the army of the Shadow Warrior in Changsha. It could be separated, so it is from China. So their dad could have been Chinese, and maybe it makes sense. Shuko's the one who doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
Like, he
has some relation to
he just
dad.
Really likes, well, he worked with his dad.
Yeah.
But his background as a whole doesn't really make any sense.
No.
Because it's like, okay, so you were in China looking for this thing that is of Chinese heritage, mythology, history. You just really into Japan? You just really like...
I mean, he's a white guy who...
He sees it all. He sees it all the same. It's a monolith.
He wants it for himself. And he knows that there's power to it, so he's going to take it, even if that means he has to culturally appropriate whatever culture gets in his way.
That son of a gun. What a dastard. All right. So, let's see if we can figure out some things that worked in this movie. Cuz not a lot did.
No.
So we'll start with characters, and then within that the actors. So I'm going to go in order of top cast. All right, here's the thing. Koga Shuko does not work. No. He does not work. If they would have called him Shadow, because he had this, like...
He already didn't like the light.
Which doesn't make any... Like, no one explains that.
Nope.
If they could have said, like, they could have made him out to be, like, some genius who got really rich from his inventions, and maybe he had an accident where his eyes got damaged. Now you got something that, like, works. His look spot on.
Spot on.
His look is awesome. It's very 90s. It's very fun. I'm kind of for it. I love the black outfit, black and, monochromatic outfit. I like his black and white hair. Nailed it. Kogashuko as a concept doesn't work. Robert Patrick 100% works.
Yeah.
He is perfect. Whatever is wrong about this movie has nothing to do with Robert Patrick.
No,
he plays a grimy billionaire, racist ass bad guy. Mwah. Just so good. And I call him racist because he just doesn't seem to care about culture. He cares about what it does for him. You know, there is a little bit of that. What's the Dread Private Roberts kind of vibe to the Koga Shuko, where, he's just embodying this idea of
he's
this,
taking on the name. Yeah.
But Robert Patrick is just fun. His cockiness, how he goes about it, super fun. All right. You got anything to say about him?
No, I agree with everything. He did. There's something that was talking about how he handled the performance of like trying to be villainous and also funny at the same time.
Yeah,
and
it was almost like, how do you play a wretched villain without being scary? And I think he nailed that. His character felt like a piece of crap. Like, you were like, this guy is clearly the villain. But at no point were you like, I'm terrified by that person.
Right.
And I think that is perfect for a movie like this. If you're going for, well, no one knows what they were going for. But if your goal was a PG-13 villain.
Well, and that's the thing. I think they were going for a PG.
I do too. But
I think everything about this movie was
said,
going for PG, but they didn't do some things the right way.
They said shit twice, and that was enough to give them PG-13. I literally think that's why it happened.
Yeah.
Because the violence is subpar at best. Like, nothing about that. There are some very minimal sexuality humor. It's got to be the cursing. Like, that's the only thing I can think of, because that's the only thing that stands out as something that would cause this to be whatever, rated PG-13. It's wild that it's PG-13. When I was watching it, I was like, well, I don't think I should watch this with Ray. And then I finished it. I'm like, I don't know why I would have.
Yeah, it is. The dialogue, the humor, like all of it is written for children.
Yeah. But
somehow not.
It feels like it's trying to be older than it actually is. But it's not. Like a teenager.
Yeah.
Anyway. Jimmy Lee. Mark Dacascos. I'll get it one day. Dacascos. I actually thought I thought Mark did a good job. He was the only one out of everyone who looked like he had martial arts training.
Yeah.
His scenes where he did martial arts was really elevated as much as it could. Undercut by the fact that it seems like some of the stunt people they got didn't know martial arts either.
Yeah. It's like they put one guy who had some training in with a bunch of people who were like, I don't know.
I thought the scene where Shuko was possessing him was his strongest scene. Because it let him be more action-oriented. It let him fight a little more. And you could really see his range of ability a little more. Not really far enough, but it was good. He did fine. He did great. Anything you got from his... I guess his character does have some contradictions at some point, but bad writing, and he's a teenager. And I think the writers were literally like, this doesn't make sense. It's like, but he's a teenager.
Do you think they
I hope everyone
that?
knows that I am saying this ironically about the teenager part, because it feels really throughout the movie, it feels like that's the scapegoat for a lot of the conflict.
Yeah.
It's, but they're teenagers.
But they're kids. Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah, I think I just thinking of his, the only thing that was like really weird to me about his character was, and again, this is probably the writing, the way that they handled the death of Satori.
Wild. Freaking wild.
It's like, you guys are just moving on from this? Like,
that earthquake screwed these kids up, man.
Yeah. I mean, admittedly, Billy was like...
Billy was responding the way I feel like he should have.
And Jimmy's response? Chuck it in the water.
Wild. Absolutely wild. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense of why he responded in such a way that really felt like
he didn't care
at all.
Like,
at all.
As if Satori was somebody that he didn't know.
Yeah.
Not the woman who raised him.
She was his mother figure for however long he was supposed to be under her custody. I got really distracted because I went ahead on something, and we'll probably talk about it. I don't know. Yeah. Mark did fine. Jimmy just written oddly. He did shine better later in the film, but had some weird hiccups. Scott Wolf as Billy Lee. Billy sucks.
Why did they choose a white guy? They don't even look like they could be related.
No, they don't. Well, no, they don't at all. They could be half brothers. You could say that. The problem is that there was some executive who was like, we can't put this movie on the shoulders of two Asian boys. But I'm sure he said something like just horribly racist. And so they're like, white guy. And I do think in the 90s, Scott Wolf was like hot, you know? Like I think he was on the uptick to stardom.
But from what?
Maybe I'm wrong. He looks familiar.
He was in 8 episodes of Saved by the Bell.
He was a thug in the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
I saw that.
I thought he was on a TV show.
He was on 8 episodes of Saved by the Bell. He was just had random roles.
Party of 5. That's what he was on. And that was in 1994. Party of 5 was
okay,
huge.
There we go.
Huge. Huge.
That just didn't show up until later. So I guess if Party of Five happened and then this movie happened, then they would have been like, oh, get him.
Yeah. Which I don't know how to. Yeah, Party of Five is where Jennifer Love Hewitt got her like stardom. Also, what? I don't. Okay, this is where it's awful for me. Sometimes maybe it's whatever's wrong with my brain. Sometimes I cannot tell people apart, man. And there's two different actors on this thing for Party of Five, and to me, horribly, I say it, they look the same. Anyway, my own issues. This movie sucks, so we're just gonna mess around for a while. Scott Wolf, I mean, acting wise, he was fine. I don't think his acting was bad per se. I think the writing was bad for his character. I thought his emotional outburst didn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the most egregious aspect of Scott Wolf being cast in this role is there's not a single freaking thing that makes me believe this man knows martial arts.
Right.
In all of his fighting, that not once was I like, yeah, that guy's got it.
Yeah. No, I was reading. He didn't know anything. Most of his fight scenes had to be a stunt double.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And his character is supposed to be blonde, and he did not dye his hair.
That may have been good. That at least gave, like, they both have dark brown hair.
They at least look like
their hair looks similar. I give them a little bit of credit that their hair looks similar. Now here, I come from a biracial family, and my brother and I look nothing alike. Mm-hmm. Not an ounce of likeness. When we were growing up, we grew up in a single family home. No, single parent home, not single family home. I live in a single family home right now. Single parent home, where, you know, our mom raised us, our dad left, but my mom, very indigenous looking.
Mm-hmm.
I, very brown. I got a lot of her side. My brother got none of it. Not an ounce. Not a lick. His melanin was left at the door. And growing up, people would think that my mom was just taking her baby, me, to her, like, babysitting job with the toddler who was this little white kid. And it was like, no, they're both hers. They're both hers. So, like, I kind of, that's why I'm not too judgmental about, like, their look.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate it, because I do know that some siblings can look completely different.
Very different, yeah.
Especially in multi-racial homes.
Mm-hmm.
Totally fine with that. My biggest issue is the man was not coordinated enough to make me believe that he knew martial arts. And that is the cusp of this freaking movie.
Yeah, that they're too well trained. I think they say something about them being some degree of black belt.
Yeah. And that's a miss. It's a miss. I don't know. It kind of, from the get-go, ruins the movie. Not that there weren't other things that could ruin it too, but that, for me, was one of the big egregious things that was like, well, there's no way to save this at this point right out of the bat. I thought his like teenageness was good, but they could have done something. Look, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles choreography is not the best. It's 1,000 times better than any of the crap that's in here. And those guys are wearing 100-pound suits.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's crazy that no one on this production staff was like, hey, look, I know this kid can't fight. We're going to use some camera magic, but we've got this other kid here, great fighter, can do it all. And they were like, nah, we trust this kid.
Let's give him more screen time.
He needs more screen time. But what about his stunt? No. He's got to do his own stunts. Because he was doing a bunch of his own stunts.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
Yeah, I think the majority of his what he did was get thrown through walls and stuff.
Right, and then even
over.
when he was fighting people, he never really was hitting them. He was just running into them awkwardly.
Yeah.
And mind you, he was in fact trying to hit them, but it still ended up being that way.
I feel like this speaks to the overall, like, the stunt coordination was really bad.
Yeah, that has to be it.
The action in this movie
is atrocious.
So unexciting.
Atrocious.
The most exciting thing is when the guys rappel down the walls with the ropes, because you're like, oh, at least that's a legit thing that's happening right now.
Well, how do you make explosions uninteresting? Explosions are awesome.
I'll tell you how to make it so uninteresting. Make it feel like it's completely disconnected from the scene that you're watching.
It's twofold. One, make it completely disconnected from the scene. And then two, make the physics make no sense whatsoever. Because there's so many explosions that you're like, oh, something's going to explode. And then it explodes and you're like, what? Why? Why did that happen? How was that the reaction? That's not how fire works.
Yeah.
It's like the movie studio came to the director and was like, look, this isn't on you. It isn't on you. But someone put a zero in the wrong spot. And instead of 500 gallons of gasoline, we got 5,000 gallons of gasoline. And you gotta use it. We can't leave it anywhere. You have to use it, or else we can't write it off.
Mm-hmm.
And the director was like, I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do.
Something up, I guess.
And his like assistant director's like, so this needs an explosion. Yeah, but can you make it like 3 times bigger? He's like, it's not going to make a whole lot of sense. It's like, so we should make it 5 times bigger, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, if that's the direction you want to go, what exactly are we blowing up? A ravine? Water? We're going to blow up water? Yeah, we're going to blow up water.
Just gonna blow up some water.
I had a dream yesterday, and I thought, what if the LA River was Hollywood? What do you mean the LA River was Hollywood? Like, Hollywood was flooded and is now the LA River. All right, I'm following. But the water is flammable. How flammable? You know, I hadn't thought about that yet, but I think I'm going to make it really flammable.
Like, as flammable as it can be.
Yeah. You know that movie, Waterworld? That hasn't come out yet. We're going to make it as flammable.
we're gonna do that before they do. No, it was...
Yeah, the explosions just suck. Like, they were not fun. And that sucks for me to say, because as much as I don't want to say it, I am easily amused by explosions. I'm very amused by explosions.
Yeah.
Not a single explosion amused me. I was not like, oh God, wow. There are some that, really take you off guard. Not a single one took me off guard.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, I take it back. Excuse me. I take it back.
The boat explosion?
The boat explosion. That took me off guard, but it didn't make me go like, oh, wow. That made me go, how?
Why?
How? What exploded?
Yeah.
It's sheet metal. They ran into sheet metal.
Yeah. Okay. So if you haven't watched this movie and you're not doing a watch along with us,
Which you shouldn't.
There's a boat chase. And it is the most unexciting boat chase.
Yeah,
but
the music tries real hard to make
Yeah.
it exciting, and it just cannot lift it that far up.
And there's some sci-fi laser sounds and stuff. And then at one point,
the worst missile ever. Did you see the string?
no, I didn't.
You can see the string that the missile is tracing.
That's awesome.
I had to stop and like rewind and go like, did I see what I thought I saw? And yeah, because it is too bright, and unless you're using a real specific wire of a specific color, it's too bright. They didn't have it going over like a perfect set of sky, so there's just a bit where you can see the gloss of it as it's going. You're like, oh, that rocket's on a string.
Yeah.
They didn't even have some asshole throwing it. They just had on a string.
So yeah, there's an explosion, and they're like, "Oh, isn't this water flammable?" And they're like,
Yeah.
"Uh-huh." And then it catches on fire, and then on the shore is just like
An
10
oil
barrels.
rig. It's like an oil rig. It
Was
isn't
it
it isn't just that 10 barrels blew up. That blew up like a whole silo of fuel.
That's right.
And it was like, why is this thing here?
Yeah, but then it cuts to the big explosion, and that big explosion feels like it happened 100 miles away in a different river.
But the problem was that, and this is where it doesn't make sense. So we're gonna go northwest, southeast. We don't know what direction they actually were going,
Yeah.
but they were going north. As they were going north, the rocket on a string propels itself past them northward. Northbound. It goes north. The explosion happens. The fire, it blows up. The rocket blows up. The water catches fire, and it leads to the side of wherever it is, maybe on the east side of it. But from the camera angles, it looks like it is directly in front of the boys.
Mm-hmm.
It explodes. They are impervious. Nothing happens. So, one, affects them not. Two, happen to the east, to the south, some other direction,
Somewhere
other than
else.
in
Yeah.
front of them. And then they don't turn. They don't turn out of the way.
They just keep going.
They
And
keep
there's not
going.
even a cool shot of the boat jumping through the flames and like landing on the other side. It's
That
just
would have
like
been awesome.
that never happened.
Or they could have just had one where they had the flames going and the boat just crosses by it.
Yeah.
They could have done anything to connect the dots.
Uh-huh.
They connected in no way, shape, or form. And then, after they near missed this fire that was 300 feet away, 300 miles away, they keep going the same direction they were going, which they now see that they're about to hit a bridge. There is it's an overpass sign, so it's just sheet metal. It's just metal. It's not heavy metal. It's pliable metal. And their boat runs into it, and immediately erupts into flames. Just an explosion.
Even the timing of the explosion didn't make any sense.
It doesn't, because it happened at the moment that they hit.
There's a second where you're just like, wait, they just drove through that sign, and then it goes like,
it's terrible.
It's such a weird,
so bad. Why? Oh man. Okay. I feel like we could talk about this all day.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's some characters I still want to talk about.
Yeah.
Moving on. Christina Wagner played Linda Lash. Lash is supposed to be Shuko's right-hand gal, bodyguard, maybe?
Yeah. One of the only characters from the actual video game.
Right. Her thing is she has a whip, and she wears like a pantsuit that's like leather and heels and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And just completely inept. Just a thumb of a character. Just cannot do a single, like, anytime she's supposed to use her whip, it looks like she's trying to throw a boa constrictor. She just can't do anything. Her lines suck. Nothing she does is intimidating. Nothing she does is cool. Nothing she does is particularly funny. And that's the part that sucks, is like she could have been over the top enough to where it was so bad it was good. No, it's just bad.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
I discovered that this movie, it made a lot of references that I wasn't expecting. And one of them, like, they made references as jokes, and almost none of them landed. One of them being
correct.
Her fighting Marion and saying, "Who's the boss now?"
Yeah.
And I was like, what does that have to do with anything in this movie? And the answer is nothing. It's a reference to the fact that Alyssa Milano was in the TV show Who's the Boss?
I thought it was because she's the boss of the Power Rangers. No.
No. And
you're telling me that's not the reason.
Alyssa Milano, Marion says to her when she beats her up, she says something about like, sorry, I'm used to sending people to the hospital or something stupid like that.
Was she in General Hospital?
She was in General Hospital.
Son of a bitch! What a stupid movie! Who wrote these jokes? Which one of you sons of... Who wrote it? I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna kick you in the nuts. Neal or Michael. I want to believe Paul did not write these jokes. Paul Dini, you did not write these jokes. It did say story by.
Yeah.
So I feel like he wrote the skeleton, which is objectively the best part of the movie. But whoever wrote some of these jokes, oh man, that sucks. That is the worst.
It's pretty bad.
There's in my post high school days, I used to religiously watch not just The Simpsons, but when the DVDs came out, I would watch The Simpsons with the commentary on because I had friends. Ironically enough, Ironically enough, I used to watch it with a friend.
Yeah.
And they actually made a point of saying, like, making pop culture references is really hard because that joke is only going to live for however long that pop culture reference is popular. And then once it's gone, it's never going to hit the same. Like, it's just never going to. And The Simpsons are full of contemporary pop reference or things from like the 80s and the 70s that once the internet hit and reruns were not the mode of entertainment for a majority of Americans, those jokes don't make sense anymore. That is a prime example of why you can't do that. Because I didn't freaking get it at all.
Yeah.
I thought the boss joke was because she was the boss of the power, whatever their name is. It's so stupid.
The Power Core?
The Power Core.
Yeah. No. She's the boss because
she was in Who's the Boss?
She's in Who's the Boss? Yeah, it was pretty dumb. I feel like that comment about making pop culture references is even like, it's really bad now because especially cartoons are the ones, or animated movies are the ones that are going to make pop culture references. And when they're writing them to the time that they actually release, their jokes are 5 years old.
Right.
And so that, like, you can't write pop culture because by the time...
And there was a lot of that in this. What was it?
There was the two henchmen, Huey and Lewis.
No! I didn't realize that was their name.
You didn't know?
No!
There is a line where Koga says, Huey, Lewis, any news?
Oh, no.
And that was one that I was like, did they just make a Huey Lewis in the news reference?
Oh, the power of love could not save that. Ugh. I will say, Al Leong played Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen him in many a film. This was the first one where I actually heard him talk. And when he spoke, I was like, that's what he sounds like?
Yeah.
Maybe they could have used a voiceover, I don't know. But I was very like, oh, totally. I see it. That's a great voice. That's perfect.
That's so funny.
But having like Vanna White and what's his name? The tan guy.
Hamilton.
Yeah. Having them be the news anchors was very like pop culture of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was it? I'm trying to remember the references. I don't remember. There were a couple actors they called out during the news, but then they said, hold on. Did he get Vice President Jerry Brown?
Uh-huh.
I was like, was he the one that got, he wasn't the one that got recalled. He was Attorney General. No. Okay. Oh, wait.
Oh, I didn't realize.
He was the presidential nominee in 1980. Oh, no. No, he was in the race for it, but Walter Mondale got it.
So, gonna distract you for a second. So, Al Leong and Jeff Amata were both in Big Trouble in Little China. I thought only Al was.
Oh, yeah. He was one of the yellow, wasn't he?
No, they were
both the red?
I think so.
Oh. I think they're in a lot of movies together.
Probably. Anyway. Satori. She's fine.
Nothing against Julia Nickson. One voice, one emotion. Just
she gets taken over by Shuko, and then the guys lock her up in the cage, and then he leaves. He's like, "You've made a horrible mistake," and then
No, you made it was a life ending
mistake.
I thought it was fatal, but I think he almost said life ending because maybe the writers were like, these stupid kids don't know what fatal means.
Yeah. And so he leaves, and then she's stuck in there, and then he's like, I'm gonna burn the place down. And then they just sit there like, oh no, we gotta get you out of here. We can't get you out of here. She kicks the door twice and it opens. Like,
also
start with that.
Hey, maybe like work with your what's it called? With your prop crew a little bit, just a little bit. Just a wink. Just a wink. The knob.
It was just a latch.
No, it's one of those. It's the three. So it had three layers, so it hits. But there's a knob that you turn, and that unlocks it. Uh-huh. The knob was there. There was no lock. The knob was there.
Yeah. Break
the knob.
Yeah.
Make it a prop. Break the knob. Don't. They literally just had to go, and it was done.
Yeah, there was too much time spent for something that was so easily, could have been even easier, could have been resolved faster than what they did. And then the way they resolved it was also just kicking the thing, and it opened. And I was like, okay, cool.
This movie, that just reminds me, this movie has a lot of moments where an action should be occurring, and everyone's just staring
at each other.
They're just like,
yeah. And her Force Ghost that shows up at the end didn't make any sense whatsoever, and the graphics for it were hilarious.
Terrible. It was like drawn on. It was like hand drawn animation.
Yeah,
it didn't even look it didn't look computer generated. It looked like it was pencil and paper.
Yeah, I don't know. The stars were so bad.
Wild. Just a wild. They had to have run out of money.
Yeah. And again, nothing against her.
Nothing against her.
It was just bad.
Yeah. I don't know. Also, whoever was on the makeup team or whatever, it wasn't until today that I realized that she's supposed to be like 40. I thought she was their age.
She looks like
21.
Maybe 10 years older than them. Maybe.
But hiding in her hair are gray streaks.
Yeah.
Highlight them more.
Yeah.
Because
she has like the one that's up top and then the one that was in the back. And honestly, just thought it was a style choice, not supposed to be like an age thing.
An age thing. But let's see. Hold on. She was 36 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So our age.
Mm-hmm.
She still looked 10 years younger than us.
Yep.
It was hard for me to understand that she was the mother figure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think they were trying to say she was like 40 something in charge of these teenagers or something. Fine. Yeah, but it just didn't hit. There wasn't enough clues. There wasn't enough anything.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It felt like she was a little bit more of a older sister.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Which, that's fine. But they needed to... What's her relationship to their dad? Why
was she the one that became the guardian?
Yeah. What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Marion Del Rio. No, what? what was it? I don't remember how they said it.
Yeah, Marion.
Alyssa Milano. Alyssa Milano, solid actor. Kind of a crummy role. She's legitimately objectified throughout the movie. You like knee jerk kind of forgive it because they're like, oh, they're sexually charged teenagers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But she's supposed to be a teenage girl too.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Because the camera also looks.
Yeah.
They could have not. The camera could have not looked.
Mm-hmm.
But the camera looks.
The camera
objectifies her.
every time.
Every time.
Which I one of the things that I read was that it doesn't forgive the joke or whatever.
Right.
But it is a reference to the fact that in the video game that character has like a big butt or something. And so they were like, "Oh, we got to keep that in the movie." So, like,
but they don't go out of their way to say, not that objectifying her would have been good in any way, shape, or form.
right.
Make it clear that they're adults.
Mm-hmm.
Make it clear that there's some duality to the attraction. But throughout the movie, this is what makes it extra annoying. Because one, they're objectifying a woman. Bad. Two, they're objectifying a child. Mm-hmm. Alyssa Milano is 22 at the time. So they're objectifying a woman. But in the story, from our understanding, she's 16, 17, a child. So 2, gross. 3, who we following in this whole thing between Billy and Jimmy? Because like Billy checks her out and is, you know, the pig for a moment. And then when Jimmy does it, Billy like hits him and is like, "Come on, man."
Yeah.
And I'm like, who's the ally here? Because I don't know, because you guys are switching roles.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they're crawling through the air vent, they're like wrestling to be right behind her so that they could just stare at her butt the whole time. Both of them suck. I don't know what I don't get it. I don't know. And then they have the really corny romantic moment when she's trying to like motivate Billy and she's like, "You got me." And there's like really bad love music happening in the background. But that love music is clearly someone is adding that to try to add the scene, but then everyone is still doing all the stuff they would normally do. And it's like, let's be clear. This song would never play in this context. Someone would hear this song and go, nay, no.
Nope.
We're going to go ahead and pick a different CD. Or cassette. Because it was the 90s.
Yeah.
Though they were saying it was 2007, which, again, another movie that just thinks the future is this fuck all that you could do whatever you want in the most limited amount of time. So Alyssa's great, as I call her, Alyssa. Mm-hmm. We're friends, you know.
Friends.
She's great. Her role sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Marion's role in the story sucks. Mm-hmm. And it's shameful that she had to go through that to just be a part of this role, even though she's supposed to be like the third most important person in this movie.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't think we can actually call it progressive because of all of these other things. However, they did change her character from being the damsel in distress to being one of the only people doing the right thing in the city.
That is true.
So, like, that is a good change that they did to her character.
Yeah.
And
They
then
just
went
didn't.
and said,
They didn't.
Look, she's got a butt.
Yeah. Look at this woman fighting off just the depravity of man throughout this city. Oh, she's got boobs! I didn't know that. Oh, this changes everything.
To the point that she inspires her father, who is the chief of police, to do the right thing.
By trying to walk this road of, dude humor, they legitimately destroy her character.
Yeah.
They take all weight away from everything she's accomplished.
She could have been the best.
She could have been the hero of the story. Yeah. She should have been the hero of the story. But
because Jimmy and Billy don't deserve to be the heroes. The only reason why they're the heroes is because they happen to have the medallion.
Right.
She's been doing
she was
stuff this
doing
whole
the
time.
right thing the whole time. And she's fighting off accusations of terrorism.
Right?
Holy crap.
Man.
What a hero.
Bo Adobo. A Bobo, a Bobo.
Bo Jabobo. He is the henchman in The Mask. He's the bald henchman in The Mask.
Do we need to talk about this guy?
He is a stupid character for stupid sake. The reason I got distracted is because I clicked one of the things I was talking about was I clicked his thing, and then I was looking, and it was Nils Allen Stewart is known for Space Cowboys. I didn't know he was in that. Scorpion King. I've never seen that. Fist of the North Star. Cool. He married Renee Stewart. And I was like, oh, she has a profile too. And then I look at hers. Renee Stewart is known for Raw Target, Warrior of Justice, and Hot Wax Zombies on Wheels. And I was like, what the? What is happening?
Oh boy.
And then I clicked that because I was like, is it it's a spoof horror movie. It's a comedy that is egregiously sexualized. But then as I scrolled down, I got to the more like this, and it's Cannibal Hookers, Maximum Shame, which just has women wearing like mouth things for weird, Crazed, and Electra Love 2000. And then that's when we got on topic. I had seen all of those, and that's when I was like, I need to come back to this because this freaking
pulled you back.
Bonkers, man.
I love, this has nothing to do with the character. If you go to Nils,
I know exactly what you're going to talk about.
He has exactly 2 photos in his profile. One is his headshot. The other is the reverse headshot
showing his ponytail. I didn't know that's how that worked. The best part of it is the first one says Nils Allen Stewart in the front or on the bottom left. And then the next one also has his name. And someone's going to see that and be like, this is the weirdest looking guy I've ever seen.
So good. Anyway, Bobo.
What? I'm pretty sure he's from the game as well.
He's not. There's 3 or 4 Abobos in the game that they merged all together to create one character.
And fun fact, according to this, Nils played the normal guy, Abobo, and then Henry Kingi, another actor, played the makeup one. So it was 2 different actors.
2 different guys.
And what's funny is Nils is like, I don't know, weird European dude. I don't know. Kingi appears to be of like indigenous Native American descent.
Mm-hmm.
Just looks completely different. And it's just very funny that they were like, well, this will work.
Anyway, I don't know if there's anybody else to talk about in this.
I don't know.
There was one.
Yeah, there's no one else to talk about.
There was one scene, one moment, where I thought the visual effects were actually pretty impressive.
Oh.
And I feel like that's where the entire budget went.
Do tell.
And it's when Shuko gets both sides of the medallion, puts it together, becomes the shadow thing, and then splits into two people.
Yeah.
That was actually really impressive. I don't know
the
how
makeup
they did
on
it.
the shadow demon,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty good. It's pretty good. That is the first moment that it feels kind of, intense.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, maybe it's my, want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I actually don't mind the CGI for his ghost when he becomes like 2D and turns into a shadow.
Uh-huh.
I actually think that looks kind of good. Like it fits the theme of the movie. It fits the concept that they're trying to do, and it fits the idea of his character. Like his character's legit, like should have been called Shadow, or I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, internet, but they could have picked the Japanese word for shadow, and then he could have been that. That would have been good. That would have been a good name. Uh-huh. Remember when they ran into a side and it exploded? What a stupid movie. Oh my gosh. Yes, I agree. That is actually, especially for its budget, and everything, honestly, about this movie. It is pretty impressive that particular scene.
Mm-hmm.
Kage. They could have called him Kage. That's not that bad. What is Shadow Demon? What is that? Shadow Demon.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there's a Lord of the Rings reference too.
Ooh.
Shadow Demon.
Oh, they just say it in English, essentially.
Shadow Demon. Yeah, when they're fighting, Billy says, "Shadow Demon, you shall not pass."
That is
pretty sure that's a Gandalf.
Yeah, before the film adaptation, so that means they were Tolkienites.
Yeah, well, it may have been after the animated film.
It was definitely after the animated one, because the animated one was not in the 90s.
That was a long time ago. Yeah.
All right, 78.
Is there anything else worth talking about?
There was. Hold on.
There was one quote that made me laugh. I don't remember it anymore.
Shoot. You said there was a scene, and then when you said that, I thought of something. And I was like, "Oh, this was actually really good," and then it's gone. So it must have not been that good. I do like Geisman when he's like the shadow guy, and he's like, "You're weak like your father," and then Billy goes, "You're ugly like your mother." The ugly and the homely. It's somehow like funny. It's funny for Billy and racist for Jimmy. That's where I'm gonna land on that. Yeah, there are so many random references. Oh, I wonder if it has the Jerry Brown one. Oh, Abobo's sidekick.
A hawk or whatever.
No, his credit is smartass Mohawk.
Oh yeah.
I did like I can see you. No, you can't. Any folks in. There were some funny things in the movie. I give it some credit, but it did. Oh, I Bobo, his last thing. What's up, chicken butt? It's so random.
Why?
It doesn't make any sense. The car scene where smartass Mohawk and Abobo are like wrestling with the joystick. The timing is so, you know what's the worst part of this movie is the pacing.
Mm-hmm.
The pacing is so bad. It just scenes that should take 5 seconds take 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no real reason why. And then when you're watching it, you're like, people don't act and talk this way. And I know that this is, for you, the future. And I guess you can say a dystopian future.
Mm-hmm.
But all of these people were at an age before the earthquake.
Right.
So they didn't like grow up in this world.
Mm-hmm.
They grew up in the normal world and then were faced with this earthquake stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Anywho, with that said, I mean, review rewind. And now it's time for the review rewind, where we look at a positive review and a negative review, and we see where we fall. Metacritic has this at 40%. Rotten Tomato has this at 12%. Rotten Tomato audience has this at 26%. And IMDb audience rated this at a stunning 3.9. Why don't you go ahead and read the positive review?
Hey,
which it is the one positive review.
You know who liked this movie? Entertainment Weekly. They gave it 75. This irrepressibly action-packed adventure may be based on a computer program, but it gets its real kick from martial arts acrobatics, comic book vivid art direction, and a future shock vision inspired by the Road Warrior RoboCop, Escape from New York. What 12-year-old could resist?
That guy got paid for that, man.
Technically, a 12-year-old's not allowed to watch this movie, Mr. Entertainment Weekly.
So they can easily resist. On their own. Maybe they can convince their parents, and then their resistance is a little hampered. The New Orleans Times gave it a 0. This picks up like halfway through a thought. I think they described the movie as what the studio described it as.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is their response to that. If all this sounds totally awesome, you're probably already an aficionado of the Sega and Nintendo licensed products from which director Jim Yukich, whatever. Wouldn't it be funny if it's just kick? You kick.
You kick.
You kick. I kick. We all kick.
Jim kick.
Double dragon kick. Director Jim Yukich's movie has been cloned. And you may be brain dead as well, which would certainly enhance your enjoyment of this picture. You know, sometimes I get mad when people are snarky. Not against it. This thing is saying that aficionado is incorrect. It is. Too many Fs.
This guy gave too many Fs.
Sounds like he didn't give enough. All right. What do you grade it? I'm kind of glad we don't go on a scale of like 0 to 100 or something like that.
I don't know what I would give it if we were doing that kind of scale. I don't know why I'm thinking about this so much. I think it's in the similar vein of like, it's hard to give something an A. Like, I don't necessarily want to give it an F. Can
I help you? I want to give it an F. Yeah.
I think it's an F.
It's an F. If I told someone to here's I think the way we have to kind of think about it. A future dystopian martial arts movie. That is our genre, our theme. Was that accomplished?
No.
Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. It never goes far enough sci-fi to be science fiction. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't even touch martial arts.
Yeah.
This is martial finger painting at best. Like, it just...
Yeah, you expect it to be much more martial arts than it actually is. And it has a surprising amount of sci-fi, but not enough to fully develop what the world is.
The fact that it is under sci-fi as a genre is shocking to me. Mm-hmm. Because nothing about the medallions are sci-fi. That is fantasy. Mm-hmm. Apparently even these genre people were like, well, it's not martial arts enough to call it martial arts movie. It's not funny enough to call it a comedy.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a sci-fi. And the sci-fi aspect of the movie, if there was a meter, it's at like 2% is sci-fi.
Yeah.
Like, him transforming a Bobo is, I guess you could say, sci-fi, but is a movie about like a wrestler taking steroids sci-fi? I know that this is an extreme, but to what extent is it extreme? Mm-hmm. Those other guys looked like, Spirit Halloween rejects. The guy with the metal plate, I think Wild Wild West was like, hey, could we borrow that? Could we borrow that? It feels odd that they were just like, this large black man would probably play basketball. And maybe he was a basketball player, but it was literally, they just said, well, here's some makeup. Now he's a monster. And it was like, you haven't done enough.
Yeah.
You really haven't done enough. Make him lose an arm. Do something. Give him like a head or like a shoulder growth or something. You just kind of like put makeup on his face. You didn't do anything.
Yeah.
That other guy, he's got a microwave on his head. What'd you do to this guy? Nothing. You gave him some burn marks. That's about as far as it went. You gave him no eyebrows. Ooh.
By the way, that was D'Anthony Langston.
Is he just really tall, or was he an athlete?
I believe he was an athlete.
What was his name?
D'Anthony Langston.
He
Maybe not.
maybe not.
Maybe
He
he
was.
was a tall guy.
I think he was in.
No, basketball player. There it is.
He played at Long Beach State.
Yeah, so he was a basketball player.
He was the guy. You know what? He is really famous because when the Monstars were confronting Michael Jordan, it was Langston. D'Anthony, I mean.
Anyway.
What a weird
Yeah, I
rabbit
mean, I
hole.
started off by saying this movie had no idea what it was trying to do. And so, yeah, I think it's, is it our first F?
I think this is our first F.
think
We
so.
should we should really be marking these somewhere.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm going to do that grade. And I'm just going to put one grade because, like, you know, is that it? Yeah. F. Because I think we've agreed for the most part. We could put an average.
Yeah.
We could put an average.
I think we, like, maybe by 2 points, 2 degrees of difference have we disagreed, and then we've been like, yeah, we can average that out.
Yeah.
I guess the only one that maybe I liked more was because I was being too biased about Robin Hood, and you didn't get... You had to rethink your thoughts because you didn't realize how much it was making fun of. Anyway.
How much it was making fun of a movie I hated.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a disappointment. I will say I had a lot of nostalgia built up for when I was going to watch this movie. I was like, I loved this movie when I was a kid. Double Dragon's so cool. It rocks. It's so cool. And then I finished that movie and I was like, what was I smoking? Like,
I didn't remember any of this. Was there a Double Dragon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle video game crossover?
Yeah. Oh.
Or was it Battletoads? There was Battletoads.
Battletoads. That is true. Yes. Battletoads, the borderline copyright infringement of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Weren't Battletoads aliens?
I don't remember, man.
This
It was actually a crossover of all three.
Oh. Wow.
Or maybe a couple of different ones. Anyway, yes, those things have crossed over with each other in the video game world.
Cross-contamination, as they say in the biz.
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
Anyway.
All right.
And so the music's going. We had to record this differently, so I'm doing this. Anyway. This movie sucked. Don't go watch it. Even your kids might be mad at you if you watch it. But, hey, listener, remember, review those rewinds, and we'll see you next time. They should pay me for this. I'm so good at this.
Hey, listen.
Hey, stupid! Review those rewinds! We'll see you next time. I don't know how that's going to cross over. Anyway, bye.